Hey everyone, it's a Four Gun Guy. And another short video on something that can cost you a lot of money, or you can do it yourself if you have the right tools. I'm talking about weight kits for your rifles. Now, it depends on what rifle you have and what kind of weight you need to add. But I wanted to show you something that I've done on my own for my AR-10 and just kind of walk you through my thinking process, uh, my research, and then how I made this weight kit. So if you're ready to go, let's get to it. Look, you know, I run on my bolt guns MPA Matrix Pro chassis, and I've purchased their weight kits, and they're not cheap, right? Internal weight kit can be anywhere from I think $80 to $170. And if you're running something like an MDT ACC chassis, it's the same thing. A lot of these weight kits are upwards of $200 to add, I don't know, a couple pounds to your rifle. And that's a lot of money to spend. Now, some of that is justified because, as I said with the MPA chassis, I love their internal weight kits because you don't have to take the barreled action out of the chassis. You just remove the front spigot and you can slide the weights down in there, get your weight right, put the spigot back in, and you're done. Or they have external weights that go along the outside of the chassis itself. Again, they work really well. But when it came to this AR-10, this is my Seekins SP-10, I started to see other people put weights, external weights on them. And I'm looking at those weights and I'm going, well, that's the weight kit that costs like $170. And even when I built this rifle, I needed a lot of weight up front. And so I did the same thing I'm going to go over with you on the internals of the uh, forend here. And so let's talk about what I did and how I did it and the money it saved me. So I did my research and I'm going to bring up, I'll put on the screen over here what I did. Did some research and I thought, you know what? I just need like some brass bars, I think. So I went on Amazon, found some brass bars, 3/8 inch thick by 1 inch wide and 6 inches long. And I've got this up here and they're 14 bucks a piece. So for the internal weights, I got two of these things and I got some M-lock screws and nuts and I got them home. When I got them from Amazon, drilled them out, put them on the inside, and they worked just great. You can't even see them, but here I'll bring this up here if I can. And then this is what they look on the inside. Right here are the screws that are holding these things on the inside, and they're inside that rail. Now, for the outside, because I needed to add even more weight, so I thought I'm going to get the same thing and do the same thing. So let's go through the process and I'll just walk through how I did it. And I'll put these, I'm just going to use photos because as I was doing this, I didn't want to really mess with video and it can get long when you're drilling and stuff like that. So I thought, let's just go through a photo. So the first photo I'm going to show is just the bar having drilled it out. Now I have a basic drill press, but I don't really think you would need a drill press. If you've got a drill with a vertical stabilizer that can attach to it or a way to do that, then I think that would work fine as well. This is brass, so it's not like it's super hard stainless steel or something like that. So really what I did is I found the areas on this rail where it would make sense to spread these out. It's not perfect. They're not exact. I don't care, right? This is a rifle that's going to be at a match. I'm not trying to impress anybody. So I guess I could have moved this hole over a little bit and it would have been more centered. I just don't look at stuff like that. So there's this image. The next image, I'm going to zoom in a little bit on there because these have very sharp edges to them. So I took a file and I just filed them down because I knew I was going to spray paint them anyway with some Krylon. It's exterior paint for like furniture or whatnot. So I just wanted to rough them up, file down the edges, get the edges filed down. And then the next thing I did was I countersunk, right, for the screw holes. So I took a larger bit, countersunk for the screw holes. You can see that in this picture here. And then I test mounted it to make sure it was going to mount on the rail, and it did. And then finally I painted it. So here they are painted on the wood. And then, of course, finally, this is them on the rifle itself. So a couple pictures here of them on the rifle. Look, this works great. I added a pound, and these are about 12 ounces. So I added 24 ounces to the front of this rifle for $28 and some work. Literally, this took me between measuring, drilling, filing, I would say this took me a total of 45 minutes to put these together and then paint them, let them dry for a day or two, and then mount them on the rifle. So look, I just wanted to throw this at you. I know it's kind of, it might be kind of podunk, and you might be sitting out there going, I know how much that rifle costs and that scope on top of it, and you're worried about a $170 weight kit. We've had this conversation before. My answer is sometimes I just like to try to do things myself, and sometimes I just like to save a little money like everybody else does. Put it towards something that's something else that's going to help me. Maybe some ammunition. That $100 that I saved by doing this myself gets me right now at how many firings I have on my brass. That gets me almost 175 rounds of ammo. So, there you go. You can save money to spend on other things. Well, hey, look, wanted to thank you all for watching another one. It's a short one, but again, sometimes the DIY stuff can really save you money, and it's kind of nice to do something like this on your own. Does it look great? I don't care, and you shouldn't either. This is what's going to help me stay on the target during a stage in a match. So thanks for watching, everyone. The likes, the comments, the subscriptions, I appreciate all of them. And until next time, sometimes do it yourself and shoot straight.